Old horror indie games. I mean, they were good, but they weren't always the best. But Granny wasn't one of them. I mean, it has all types of glitches, but hey, it's an old game. What do you expect? And the jump scares are scary, but when you put random sounds to it, it's just goofy. But today, that's not what it was about. So that's why we are going to be talking about why Angeline's not evil. Oh, and by the way, do me a favor and subscribe, as sometimes these videos are hard to make due to errors. And leave a few comments about your theories on why Angeline is a spider. Or if you do not know this piece of nostalgia at all, just leave a comment supporting this channel. Without further ado, let's begin this giant rabbit hole. For those who are new to this channel or series, Slendrina is a very old indie horror game made by Devolver. Or D-Looper. Jump scares? Good story?
I poisoned my family, then committed suicide.
The whole story is pretty messed up, so that's the friendly version. Now let's get to the freaking point. So in the game Granny, there is a bookshelf and there's a lever. So if you pull it, you see this. Well, I mean, you see the thing's face, so you have to get a book and free it. And the book is from Slendrina X. And Slendrina X is pretty dark, so we're not going to talk about that. But just gotta say it is very dark. So after that, if you walk away, it'll climb out of the bookshelf. Then it will spit out a key and you could use it for the cellar. And here's a picture I took. And if you want to play this game, you might want to start thinking twice like I did. Because there is some very freaky stuff in the cellar, and I wish I had not seen it. So what's the point? Let me tell you. They're not actually supposed to be a spider. Now I'm gonna warn you. Prepare yourself and brace yourself, because Slendrina lore explains all of that. But Slendrina X is way more dark, and it helps us understand why she's like that. This is the reason why books are so important to the Slendrina games. Books in the Slendrina universe are rituals to make something powerful, like a monstrous form. So you can either send something or send away something. Because in chapter 1 of Slendrina the Cellar, when you collect all 6 books, Slendrina does a disturbing scream, and then she gets sent into the back rooms. Here's the version I saw, in volume warning. Like I said, the books can either send something or send away something. The reason why the fat granny spider from Granny is chained up is because she's way too powerful. So Granny had to lock her away, that way she wouldn't cause any more chaos. Remember when I said the books are rituals to make something powerful like a monstrous form? Yeah, it's gonna make sense by here. Because think about it. We have to find a book, then go back to the bookshelf. Then we place the bookshelf on the white-looking thing, and we free Angeline, aka Fat Granny Spider. That's what I like to call her. And after that, she spits out a spider cellar key, and then she sinks into the ground, and the cellar is in the ground. So does this mean that in Slendrina the Cellar, we were actually in a spider cellar? Coincidence? I think not. Because in the place, there's a picture of a spider and there's blood under it. And I know they're from Slendrina X. So maybe the spider bit her and Nosfuis, or however you say his name, chained her up. That way she wouldn't cause any more chaos. I mean, it's not a coincidence why she were to be a spider in the spider cellar. And the spider mom, aka Fat Granny Face, was free while Sandrina was stuck in the book. And she didn't care about her daughter enough to help her out. But why the hell would Sandrina appear in free games? Free games? And other people say it's an Easter egg. It's not a coincidence something from your older games would appear not one, but 3 times in a row in game, which could possibly mean that the Sandrina verse versus the Granny verse is all connected. You see the lines on the wall? Yeah. It's Angeline scratching on the wall the many days it took how she was stuck under there. I mean, if you look closely at the face in both Nightmare mode and regular mode, it doesn't look like it's been a few days. It's probably been like 5 years or so. And when you put out a teddy bear, she screams and goes directly where you are, and her eyes turn red. And also, quick tip, if you want to try all this for yourself, the game name is Granny, and you sometimes might want to check where you go, because whatever you do, she could be around the corner when you don't even know it. And according to the Wikipedia, she couldn't control herself like she was being forced to, so that doesn't really make her evil. Well, that's it for today's video. Hope you liked it and were entertained. And also leave in the comments your theories about why Angeline might be a spider. I would be very interested to hear it. And subscribe. And thank you so much for watching. See you later, pirates!